Beast is directed by Bill Condon and stars Emma Watson, Dan Stevens, and Luke Evans. This film is actually the live-action adaptation of the 1990s cartoon version of Beauty and the Beast, of course the original, and I personally love that movie. It is one of my all-time favorite Disney cartoon movies, and that made me really excited to see this new one. And also, if you look at last year's movie, The Jungle Book, it was a live-action adaptation of the original cartoon version of The Jungle Book, and I really like that movie as well, so that just got me super hyped to see this one. If you have never seen Beauty and the Beast, it is about Belle, a young girl who lives in a small village, but then realizes her father is missing, so then tries to find him. She eventually discovers this large castle inside a forest where her father is held prisoner by this massive, cursed beast. The beast is cursed for his past mistakes as well as everyone that used to live inside the castle with him, but eventually Belle and the beast find connection in the film, and she is the only person in the entire film that can possibly break the curse. So Beauty and the Beast, this version is actually pretty much the same exact thing as the 1990s version, which is actually fine with me because if it ain't broke, don't fix it. The original version was great, one of my all-time favorites as I said, and this one is very, very similar, which is really good, and I actually loved it how they made this one almost exactly the same thing. Emma Watson as Belle in this movie was great. She's very musically talented, and overall I thought she did the character really well. This might be one of her all-time best performances so far. Dan Stevens as the Beast, I really liked him in the movie The Guest, and in this movie as the Beast, he was really good. You sort of feel sorry for him, but not really. There are a few things they changed up with his character, which was fine with me, but overall I thought Dan Stevens was really good in this movie. Luke Evans as Gaston, yeah, he was absolutely great. Perfect casting there. Gaston was actually my favorite character in the original version, and in this movie I just felt that Gaston was hilarious, and Luke Evans as the character was just great. Overall, really funny, of course. He's kind of a douchebag, which was just really funny overall, and I loved his character in this movie. The visual effects in this movie are amazing. They are so good, just like The Jungle Book last year. This movie, nothing is different. I honestly believe this movie will be getting nominated for a 2018 Oscar for Best Visual Effects. That's how good these effects look. And everything with the CGI and the live action was just meshed really well, and I can honestly at some points not tell if it was CGI or not, and that's excellent if you can do that. Many film studios can never pull that off, but Disney always finds a way to pull it off, and that's why they are one of the best companies working today. The music in this movie, of course, is great. My favorite song is, of course, the Gaston song. It's just perfect. It just fits so well. And the composer from the original version actually came back to compose this one, which was great. And overall, the music in this movie was fantastic as expected, and nothing to complain with the music in here. It is good. And there are a few new songs added into this version, which actually was very delightful. And like I said, some of the plot points in this movie are a little bit different, but I will not spoil it for you. I think you should just go into this movie thinking it's going to be like Beauty and the Beast, which it pretty much is. There are a few things different, which I thought was fine and actually added to the character of the Beast and Belle. People, I think, really dislike this movie, though, because it was almost like the same thing as the original, but honestly, please don't complain about that. It was fine with me. It did not need to change at all. Basically, what their goal was to do was just to make a live-action version of the original cartoon, and that's all you had to do. That's what they did with The Jungle Book, and that's what they did with this movie, and that's fine. If you can just do that, I don't have any complaints, honestly. Now, the only complaints I actually do have with this movie are that at some points, it is a little bit dragged out because of those added scenes, and I felt a couple of those scenes were a little bit unnecessary and could have been cut down, because at some points I was actually getting a little bit tired and was hoping for the better points in the plot to come up, but just sometimes I was getting tired with the movie. But other than that, this movie is almost like the original. Like I said, a couple new plot points, some new music here and there, but overall it keeps what the original core of the movie had. Of course, the music is great, the acting is phenomenal, overall still funny here and there, and just overall this movie's CGI looks flawless. I'm gonna give Beauty and the Beast an 84%. I think this is one that many of you guys will like. Of course, go see this with your family if you get the chance. To me, I actually felt like this movie should have come out back in Christmas. It just feels like a Christmas movie. I have no idea why, but that's what it felt like. And you're probably wondering, why do these videos come out a couple days after the movie was released? And I have to apologize about that because there are some storage problems wrong with my Mac right now. As I also said, I was on vacation last week, so this review is going to be a little bit late, which is fine. But I do apologize for some later reviews the last couple of weeks. Alright, so this week I'm hoping to see Life. That movie looks great. Jake Gyllenhaal is my favorite actor, so hopefully it's really good. Power Rangers also comes out this week. That movie looks horrible. I don't know if I'm going to go see it. We'll see. Thank you all so much for watching this video, and I hope you all have a fantastic day.